100 years ago today, Boston and Montreal faced off in Boston's inaugural NHL game. Today is the centennial of that. Boston beat Montreal 2-1 back then. What's the score going to be today? We're going to find out soon. The Hangout starts now. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome in. So, big game today. Montreal-Boston, the Centennial game for Boston. And they just did their big ceremony. I don't know. For me, that was a cheesy thing. I don't know. Montreal would have done a better job at it, in my opinion. So today is a big game. There is every single Boston legend that is alive is in that arena. There's a lot of pressure on Boston to win this game. They're not very good right now. But the thing is, no matter what the records are, it's a big rivalry game. It's a super big game for Boston. I don't think any of the records, anything that's gone on this season means anything today. It's going to be two big rivals, and they're going to play like hell. And the only thing I hope for is that the goddamn refs stick their nose out of it and let the game be played properly. Not like yesterday. All right, so I got just a little bit of news here. I've got a couple of stats, not that much because we don't have a lot of time. They're going to face off in about 15 minutes, so I guess I got enough time. And I also have this here. Guess the score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. You can pick that guy from either team. If you're the first person in the chat with that guess and you are from Canada, because you're going to need to be to win the prize, you would win the $10 prize directly into your bank account via Interac. So put your guesses in the chat. I'm going to give you mine right now. My guess for the game is, and I'm going to be honest here, I don't have a ton of confidence in this, but 4-3 Montreal, Lane Hudson with the first goal. Lane Hudson getting his first goal of the season, his first NHL goal today. I'm calling it right now. Hope I'm right. Yeah, that's my guess for it. So I'm going to get to the chat, and then I'm going to give you what I got here. Gislam, first one in the chat. 4-3 Habs, like me. Suzuki, first goal. Bay-bye, 4-2 Habs. Slav, first goal. Guru, 4-1 Boston. Boo, Boston, boo. Pasta with the first goal. Blended, hey, Blended. It's your 40th Irish birthday today. Well, happy Irish birthday there, Blended. Is it really your birthday? Boston versus Montreal, not a bad setup. 3-2 Montreal in OT, says Blended. McAvoy, first goal. All right, so this is what I got for you. First thing I got for you is, and if you got kids in there, get them out of the room. The refs can go fuck themselves. Special teams need to step up today because they can make a really big difference. When I show you the team stats, you'll see what I mean. Boston's got a horrible power play. They've got an under 80% PK. Montreal, good PK, good power play. It could be a big difference here today. Well, let's see. Habs' last win in Boston was in 2019. So you know what? They're freaking due. They're due for a win. They're going to get that win today. Boston has scored more than 2 goals a game only one time since Joe Sacco, the new coach, has taken over, and that was a 6-3 win versus the New York Islanders. So they better up their scoring, or we may end up with another 2-1 game. And you know what? It wouldn't shock me at all if it ends up with another 2-1. Hopefully Montreal win, but another 2-1 Boston win 100 years later to the day of their first ever game. That wouldn't surprise me. Things work out like that a lot of times. Hey, BC Richard, 3-2 Habs, Caulfield first goal. Nice. All right, let's see what I got for stats, and then we can get to you guys a little more. All right, Atlantic Division standings. You see Boston's in 4th, but barely. Montreal is 6 points away from Boston. Bruins have played 2 extra games, so that we got 2 games in hand. So you can say basically this. If Montreal wins today, puts us up 2 points on them. We're only 4 points behind with 2 games in hand. Basically, we're the same. Bruins suck, man. Team stats. Montreal, 21.3 on the power play. This percentage. Boston, 12%. Their power play blows. Penalty kill, 81.5% for Montreal, 78% for Boston. Now, that's not a horrible PK for them, but, Montreal's is better. At the face-off dot, 48.2% for Montreal, 51.8% for Boston. That's where they have a bit of an advantage. When you're constantly chasing the puck after the draw, it's harder to score. Goals for per game, 2.83 for Montreal, 2.32 for Boston. You can stick your finger in your throat and puke if you're a Boston fan for that. Goals against per game, 3.74 for Montreal. You could do the same if you're a Montreal fan, seeing that. And 3.08 for Boston. Also not great, but better than us. Goalies today. We're going to get Caden Primo. Okay. But Caden Primo actually last year, I believe, played really well there in Boston. Let's hope he can repeat that. He's got a 2.21 record, 4.37 goals against, and an 8.46 save percentage. And they're laughable numbers. And what are you going to do? Jeremy Swayman gets the start for Bruins, 6-9-2, 3.09 goals against, 8.92 save percentage, 1 shutout. So, you know what? With Swayman's numbers, I'm not as worried because he missed all of training camp, holding out for the contract. He didn't play any preseason games. Guys like that, whether you're a goalie or you're a forward, tend to kind of have a bad season or have an injury pretty early on. And it looks like Swayman's just not having the season that they were hoping for. So I hope he lets them down today and Montreal, puts up some offense and we get a win here tonight. Bruins lines. That's it. Zaka, Geeky, and Pasternak, first line. Lindholm, Marchand, Brazeau, Coyle, Frederick, and Johnson. Kostelic, who Arbor Jack guy, I believe, likes to toss around a hockey rink. John Beecher and Kepke. Defense, Lohrei and McAvoy, Wotherspoon, Carlo, Zadorov, and Peak. Swayman starting. Montreal's lines are unchanged from the last game. Only change is Caden Primo. Suzuki, Caulfield, Newhook. Dvorak, Slav, Gallagher. Doc, Roy, Anderson. So maybe that fourth line moved up a line. I don't know. Evans, Heidemann, and Armia. Round that out. Hudson, Matheson, first pair. Goalie, Barron. Jack-Eye, Savard. Primo starting. There you go. Can we win today? I mean, I think so. They played really good against the Rangers, despite the refs. I'm not going to say practically. The refs gave the freaking game to the Rangers on a silver platter. And you want to argue that, you can argue that, but then I'm going to call you a moron. That's it, flat out. Cam chickened out. That's all I'm going to say. Cam chickened out, Guru. He didn't want to see his Bruins lose to the Habs on a Habs broadcast. I'm calling it as I see it. He's going to be mad at me. He sees that. All right. What say you guys? What say you guys for today's game? What are you guys expecting here? I'm expecting a really good game. Montreal has been playing better as of late. This is a big rivalry game, so you can pretty much throw out both teams' records and everything. This game is going to be intense, considering the situation, the legends of the Bruins that are there. It's just going to be a great game. I hope Montreal, at the very least, competes all the way through the game, and we get a decision very late. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this game go to overtime. But there you go. That's what I got. What do you guys got? It'll be a very tight game, says Blended. I think it's going to be a very special teams special teams game. They've got a 12% power play, so we shouldn't be giving up any power play goals to them. Their PK is not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. So I hope Montreal gets at least one power play goal and make special teams be the difference here. I have no problem with that. Well, why would I have a problem with that? Who's got anything else to say? I would like to have Cam in here, or Cam and Vogel would be nice. the two Bruins guys from Don't Puck with Media. But it's clear they chickened out because, as you can see on the screen, it's just me. That's my challenge. If Cam and Vogel are watching me, they're not. Come on. Don't chicken out. Come on, join me. I don't know what Cam's excuse is. He just told me he can't make it. Oh, well, I didn't expect, honestly, I didn't expect him to be here. Come on, people. What do you got to say? Cam holding out. Cam's not holding out. Just chicken is what it is. There's a difference between holding out and being afraid that your team's going to lose and embarrass you. And I don't care what they say. That is exactly what they're afraid of. Is that team sucks the bag today and embarrasses them. Quite frankly, I hope Montreal doesn't do that to us either. Thank you, Aiken. I mean, it's not bad. I got a few hats. This one is one of my favorites, my Expos hat. I haven't had an Expos hat in 20 years. I used to every summer buy a new Expos hat and wear that all summer. And they left, and I stopped doing that and got this one. And I like this hat. But I mean, I got a few hats. I'd like more. I wouldn't mind some more. I wouldn't mind having I wouldn't wear the other teams, but I wouldn't mind having some other teams just to put around to show that I'm not just one-sided, But I don't think I'd wear too many of them. Like, I've got a Dallas one. I wear it every now and then. But it's really old, so it's not, not as comfortable to wear. But I used to wear that one all the time, a long time ago. Again, I couldn't agree with you more. I know we bat heads sometimes, but man, I'm with you there. We need to ruin their Centennial. Blended, you can send me the Leaf hat. I mean, I can't start a fire in the house, but I would burn that. I'm sorry to say. Leafs, anything will never go on this body. Oh, Bayby's got an interesting stat. December 1st, 97. Habs were the first team in league history to reach 5,000 games. And we beat Toronto by a week. They're going to do a ceremonial puck drop. Oh, nice. Ken Dryden. And the reason Ken Dryden would be the guy is because they drafted Dryden and traded him to Montreal, which, gotta say, that's one thing I'm thankful to the Bruins for. So, yeah, it makes sense that Dryden would be here. Wow, Johnny Busick, is he ever getting old? Jesus. Good. As much as I disliked those guys, it's still good to see the old guys, how they look today. I guess it's still good. Brings back memories. But I hated those guys. Like, I hated the Bruins. Back in the day, too, I think I might have hated the Bruins almost as much as the Leafs. Nice ceremonial drop. Good stuff. Made the best team win. Hang on, I gotta do something. Wow, what happened there? They brought the lights up? Almost blinded me, for Christ's sake. All right. Another couple of minutes and we'll have a game going. This should be an exciting game. I'm expecting a really good game here. The last thing I'm expecting is a boring game because there's too much emotion here. There's too much going on. There's too much at stake for today. There's just, I don't expect this to be, a ho-hum kind of game. Time to see if the ice is fast tonight. The ice is fast today. Honestly, I don't know how Paul figures that out. It's the shadows or something, but I mean, lights are different in different arenas, right? Placed differently, and you get shadows on the ice, and I don't think that has anything to do with the speed of the ice. Primo, you son of a bitch, better have a good game. And it's not a criticism of Paul. I'm sure he believes that he can tell the ice is fast. I don't get it. Especially yesterday at Madison Square Garden. It's legendary that their ice is bad. Here we go. Here we go. Puck is dropped. Go Habs, go. Actually, Matt in the chat there just made me think it might have been the Maroons that actually played the game. I tried to figure that out because you see Maroons and at places you see Canadians. So I don't know. Americans don't know shit about hockey, so obviously they didn't know the difference between the Montreal Maroons and the Montreal Canadiens. So it's very possible it was the Maroons that played them. But like I said, I couldn't figure out if that was the case or not. And I tried to figure it out. And nope. So either I'm not a good enough researcher and I didn't spend enough time. I could have spent more time doing it. But anyway, we're underway here, obviously. Almost a minute in. Second shot at net by Boston. Primo makes the save. We'll have a face off there. And remember this, people here. It's a 60-minute game, 3 periods. Right? So just because things might go bad at a certain point in the game doesn't mean the whole game's going to be like that. So let's have some patience before we shit all over our team. Ooh. That's why I said, Blended, have patience. Yeah, offside. So far, I mean, so good. They're filling each other out. Not up. I said out. And hopefully, hopefully it'll be a more exciting game than this so far. Damn, it's 4:20 and it's almost dark outside. I hate that. What did it say Montreal's record was? 3-7-1 on the road? Jesus. Anyway, listen, they haven't beaten Boston in Boston in 5 years, so they're due. We're due for a win here. Gary Galley, by the way, color analyst. What a bullshit artist this guy is. I was a Boston Bruins fan growing up. I doubt that. Growing up here in on the South Shore, I doubt that. The suck up asshole. 2:45 into the first period already, or only. Geez, you'd think it was longer. I don't know why. I feel like it was longer. Gary Galley is a huge closet Sens fan. Good for him. He should come out of the closet. It's Pasternak's 700th career game today. I noticed Strubal's in that. I can't even speak. Strubal's on the ice. He wasn't supposed to be in the game. So who's out? Barron, I think. That doesn't bother me at all. Save Primo. So far, so good. Almost exactly 4 minutes into this first period. Montreal, no shots though. 3 shots for the Bruins. No score. Oh, by the way, Raphael Harvey Pinard, who was waived, did not get claimed, so he's still a Hab. Unfortunately, Blended, it does seem like that. I hope that changes because I don't want to be embarrassed as a Habs fan in this game. God damn it. Although, listen, if they get 10, 12, 15 shots and they win the game, I'm happy. So we'll see. All right, so far so good. Oh, we got a shot at least. Now we got a shot. There you go. That was a hard one too. Boy, did that come in hard. That's the shot we got. Oh my god. For the Centennial, they should have played this outdoors. Yeah, I'm good with it being indoors. Is that the referee today, Sutherland? I didn't get the refs. They didn't come out in time. Yeah, guy from yesterday. Great. Going to give the game to the Bruins probably then. The good thing out of that game yesterday, a lot of people now calling for the refs to have to answer for at the end of the game, like get questioned, like the players have to meet the media. There's a lot of calls now for that to happen for the refs. I started this 2 years ago. People told me, "Oh, you're nuts. It's never going to happen." Now a lot of people are talking about it. I'm ahead of my time, peoples. Oh, babe, it's not. I don't know who the refs are here. Good. I'm glad he's not in this game. There's a chance there from Montreal. Here comes Boston. Wow, what a shitty shot that was. I should be embarrassed. Babe, I probably not, but I mean, it should be. It should happen. You never know. Batman could freaking croak tomorrow. We should be so lucky. At least now, the game's getting intense, which I like. There's some emotion out there on the ice. So we're at the there's 12 and a half minutes left in the first. Shots are tied now at 3. No score. Ooh. Oh, getting some pushing. Oh boy, things are breaking out all over the ice now. Someone threw a punch there. That should be a penalty. Blended, you just in time. The hatred just started to happen. It's going to be an intense one today. Oh, I don't have anything there to drink. Don't need any energy juice today. And taboosh. I wish they'd go back to. I don't. It's a betting commercial, but if they would go back to Americans don't know shit about hockey, I wouldn't mind it so much. Anyway, so far so good. It's heating up. The play is starting to get intense. Um, yeah, it should be good. I just hope not like even for Montreal like pulls away like a big lead. I'm okay with that. I just hope Boston doesn't do that. Put this game out of reach really early. I hope not. Hey Joe, how's it going? Joe loves action, especially if the Habs beat the Bruins in all aspects of the game. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's happening right now, but they're competing. It's a good, intense, competitive game. Hey, BL, nice. Oh no, not nice. You lost. 3-2 Bruins. Derek Sanderson is not going to get the first goal. Let's go Expos. Or the hat for you there, Brad. Come on, boys. Let's get something here. No. 9 minutes into this first period. Shots are 4-3 Montreal. No score. Oh, Matheson. God damn it, hit the post. Halfway through this first period. I don't know if I'm biased here, but Montreal's got a slight edge in the play. They're playing a little bit better so far. Not by much. Is there a penalty coming up, Tabs? No. Broken stick on a good chance. Montreal got away with too many men on the ice, they said so. Ooh, good save, Primo, but the rebound Broom guy almost got to it. You're gonna have 3-on-2. Hudson's awesome, baby. Imagine him in 2-3 years. He's gonna be amazing. Right now, he's awesome. God damn it. Bruins score. McAvoy. Who called? Somebody had McAvoy. Well, you're in the running. McAvoy with the wraparound. Come on, you guys. I saw that happening. Of course, I'm watching it. But you could see that was going to happen. Yeah, Baby, right? You saw the play like 3 seconds before he scored. You go, he's going to score. And he did. He just didn't get back in time. Like, he totally, he sold that he was going to shoot to Primo and he bought. He couldn't get back. God damn it. 1-0 Bruins. No, you're right. He didn't fully get back. No, you're right. But I mean, I saw that a few seconds before it happened. It's going to happen. He's going to score in the wraparound. I don't, just everybody ignore that. Says don't puck with me. Ignore that person. They don't know what they're talking about. No, Cam wants to show up, but he's too chicken to come here in person. Yeah, you heard me. I said it. Anyways, you know what? Anyway, no one's welcome in my stream today. Just me. That's it. Everyone else had a chance to be here in the stream with me today. They decided not to. Don't show up late. Blended, did you have McAvoy? Awesome, man. But don't talk with media. But you're a Bruins fan. That doesn't jive with what you just said. Hey, Hako. You support the Bruins. Anyways, I don't want to get out trash talked here. Take it easy, Cam. Or I'm not sure who it is. It's either Cam or Vogel. It's probably Cam. Thank you, Akko. Hey there, Al McInnes. Yeah, listen, that was a mistake by Primo, no doubt. Especially when, I mean, we all saw that was about to happen. Now, we're not playing the game and we're not on the ice. It's different. I get it, but still. We got a Bruins fan. We should play over under on Primo. Listen, I hope he has a good game today because I don't want it to be him the reason that we lose. Did they score again? I'm behind here. I'm running behind. So, oh yeah, Pasternak. Pasta. Well, Habs defense just blew the shit out of that. Well, Jacoby, you can go fuck yourself too. That earns you a ban from this channel. We don't fucking take that here. Any other Bruins fan want to do that? Or are you just going to prove that the Bruins fans are too much, whatever, not enough up here, got to use that kind of shit, you know? Did they just score another one? Fuck off. Oh, well. Game over, like I said. I was hoping it wouldn't happen. Pull Primo now. Oh, yeah. Pull Primo. That's not really his fault, though. Pull Primo at this point. I mean, it's got his confidence is going to be shot. Put Monty in there. Although, listen, Monty played yesterday, so they might not do that unless they absolutely have to. Oh, yeah. That's Primo's fault. Hardest shot to read, but I mean, come on. He was just sitting there. He should have, I don't know. Kind of through traffic as well, so. I'm good, BL. Don't worry. No, the guy just came in and said, fuck off, fuck Montreal or whatever. I'm not taking that shit. JSAC, post once, don't post it twice. That's spam. Bruins fans are on a short leash right now. But you know what? I'm not totally blaming him there. There's a lot of traffic in front of him. You know, I can't. The defense just went out the window. Yeah, keep it in your pants there, Cam. All right, Habs big comeback right now. Let's go. Anyway, listen, you know what? That's what I was expecting going into this because the Bruins got to win. With all those legends in the building, they got to win. There's a lot of pressure on them. They're coming through right now. Let's see if Montreal could pop one or two, could change something. Oh, there's the other one. You're going to hear from a lot of Montreal fans, dude. Games. There's a lot of hockey left. They've got to stop the bleeding here now. That's crazy. Defense has to play better. Yeah, they got to keep him off the scoreboard, Chicago Joe. Got to. $10 minutes left in the first. What do you got that? There's like 6 minutes left, less than that. Cam, I'm telling you, that stuff gets you kicked out. Be nice. Like I'm going to kick Cam out. Hi. I can neither confirm or deny that, Cam. I can't. Eric, yes, it's a problem for Montreal. Just giving up the first goal is a problem. Yeah, Joe, exactly, right? They got to calm down, not let it get to them, and get a goal. They got to get the next goal. I can pretty much say this: if Montreal doesn't get the next goal, like there's not a shot here. Right now, 3, they can come back from that. You guys also have to remember something. Montreal played yesterday. Bruins did not. That makes a difference. They also had to travel. Makes a bit of a there's things there that, Montreal started out in a hole. Cam, I would say enjoy the game too, but I know you will. Right now, they need to get out of this period without giving up anything else. Regroup for the second. And hopefully it's not one of those second periods that we get blown out of that. Okay, do me a favor, everybody. Stop the shitting on Primo right now. You know how much that aggravates me, and you want to aggravate me. Brad, you're really pissing me off right now. Stop it. JFed's got it right. It's the team in front of the goalie that gave up all that shit. That's right. So learn hockey before you shit on somebody you shouldn't be right now. Was that good? Man, I'm having trouble getting out of the first. This is my third one. That's crazy. I I don't know. Nate, I don't disagree with you there. I don't know why he's doing that right now. It might have to do with right and left and those kind of combos that they have right now. So it might have something to do with that. 4 minutes left, by the way, in the first. 3-0 Bruins. Joe, believe me, I wasn't talking about you. Three and a half to go in this first. Can't this first be over yet? Blended. I was going to say it earlier. Like they need to get a little more physical and start taking the body a little bit more. Aiken, I think we're going to get another top pick this year. Do we need help down the center desperately? Yeah, I mean, for the moment. But I do believe, though, you're right about we need another elite center to go with Suzuki. That looking like that's what it is. Good time to get a goal, boys. Well, we're going to go over Expos names. Come on, guys. Eric, I don't know about stat either. BL, you're right. We need more than an elite center. We need another couple of years for this rebuild to be done and for the development. That's what we need. Believe me, I want them to win this game, but I haven't changed my attitude with the rebuild. It is what it is. Well, we're almost out of this period. At least they stopped the bleeding. Sort of, because I don't think they're playing that much better defensively. Yeah, Brad, Oleg Petrov played for the Expos. Yeah. Nate, I think it was a little bit of our over exuberance, and yeah, because of Line definitely. By the way, Line should be back next game. So yeah, I mean, I was amongst that. I've changed my tune. Aiken, my favorite. That's my favorite Expo of all time. Steve Rogers, my favorite Expo of all time. Everyone has Doc taken a step back. You guys think? It's recovery from the knee injury. It's the knee injury. I'm pretty sure of that. Well, we get out of the first, only down by 3. Isn't that great? Gotta hope there's better second period coming out. Okay, Brad, please stop that. Yeah, line it back, and it'll be in Montreal. That might be the reason why he's coming back on Tuesday and not on the road. Although he made the trip with them, so he's there in Boston with them. But yeah, he'll be back on Tuesday. Should be. You got to temper your expectations, though. He hasn't played a game in a year, almost to the day, too. So he's going to be a little rusty at first, but it's going to be good to have him back have him in the lineup and see where it goes from there. Brad, please stop doing that. But I like Chris Byer. Chris Byer was actually a good shortstop here in Montreal. And everybody else mimicking that, can you please stop doing that? Now, he's not going to list every Expos player. He's not. I have ways to prevent that from happening. And I don't know. Does he want that? I don't know. Eric, yeah, exactly. You give him 3, 4. It may take 5, 6 games even, but you got to give him that. And I hope in my chat here, people won't be shitting on Line A if he struggles a little bit at the beginning. Our defense will still be young when Line A is back. Yes. BL, for the last time, I hope we're rebuilding. The players are developing. That's the problem. How is it people don't understand this? I get the frustration and all that, but man, come on. What is it with Habs fans? If it doesn't go right, fire everybody, get rid of it, try again. Is that what we want? Go through another rebuild from day one? Or can't we see the rebuild through? I don't know. For me, I'm going to see the rebuild through. Joe, nobody listens to me. Why should they start today? All right, let's get some more positive talk here somehow. What are we going to talk about? Okay, so BL, you've heard me say this before. The research has been done. Message Brian Wild and ask him. He's the guy that did the research. Every team that's gone through a rebuild, save for one or maybe two, since I don't know how far back he went, every team, year 3, regressed. Every fucking team, save for one, regressed. So it's not like this is odd. That's the pattern that a rebuild needs to follow. Yeah, voila. I gave you the answer. Aiken, no one likes to lose. I don't like them losing, but they're in a rebuild. What do you expect? You expect, because they're the Habs and they're the team we love, that they're going to be different than everybody else. Is that what we expect? I don't. If this is 2 years from now, 2 seasons after this, right? So say 3. The rebuild should be done. Then I understand people being like, but we're in a rebuild. Let it finish before we start this complaining. It's Wild with an E. Brian Wild, Wilde. He's a Habs. He covers the Habs. He's not a Habs fan. He's an Oilers fan. He covers the Habs, and I respect the hell out of that guy. He is the new Red Fisher in my mind for hockey writing for Montreal. And if you ever read him, you'll see right away what I'm talking about. But he's the guy that did the research, going back and looking at rebuilding teams, and he said every team, save for one, regressed in season 3. And then there's the Buffalo Sabres who regressed in season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know? All right. Oh, save me. People put some stuff in the chat. Save me from these guys on the screen. My God. Oh, yeah, my bottle's here. Damn it. I know what I forgot to do. For this Centennial game, I wanted to have a shot of, I don't know, whatever my son's got in the kitchen. I didn't do that. Holy moly. Hey, how's it going? Robert, good to see you out there. Fowler will not be put behind this defense. Laura, I just said that too. I actually do think we're going to draft. You know what? I'm telling you, I'm rooting for that. We're not going to make the playoffs. If we're not going to make the playoffs, I want the highest draft pick we can get. So, sure, I love to see them win every game if that's possible. It's not possible. They're not going to do that. So the losing is going to lead to something that we need, right? It's a good draft coming up. And if we can get into the top 5, we're going to get a hell of a good player. And maybe that player down the middle that we really need right now. We need another elite center to go along with Nick Suzuki. And would drop Suzuki eventually back down to the second line center. But that's what we need. We need a game-breaking center. And there's a few guys in the top of the draft that could be that guy. So in this season where everyone wants to shit all over everybody, well, you know what? We're not making the playoffs. I'm rooting for them to lose, sort of, so we get that high draft pick. On a game-by-game basis, I want them to win because I'm watching the game. But overall, I want them to finish low. Because why not? We're not making the playoffs, so what's the use? I don't want an 18th pick or, I want a good pick. So what are you saying? Montreal hasn't nailed their draft picks? BL, how do you know that? They're developing. Why not wait 2 years and then do that? And then say, well, they didn't do it. And that's fine then at that point, but we don't know, do we? You got to read more than one article by Brian. He puts out, it's called The Call of the Wild. Every game, after the game, he puts out his column on that. And I challenge you to read his articles all through this year so far and tell me he's wrong. Devin, I mean, absolutely. I want them to at least be in that in a position to win a lottery pick potentially, right? But I'd prefer them low so that even if they don't get the lottery pick, they're still going to get that good pick. BL Hage might be that guy. He might be that guy. You might be right. But that's still in the future. So getting another guy like that is not going to hurt us at all. Eric, that's just being stupid to say that. That's short-sighted. It's being stupid and it's being negative for nothing to say maybe we'll draft another D. That's all. Were they wrong about Michkov? So far, it looks like they were. But we don't know what Reinbacher is going to be yet. And save me for all your negative comments about Reinbacher. Just save me from that, please. Because we don't know. And if you can say well, I want to see your crystal ball. We're not drafting D first pick this year. Not happening. Hage looks like he could be that guy. And I don't know if you guys remember, but when he was drafted after I dug in a little bit, and Hage was a potential top 10 pick going into the last season. And along the way, some other guys passed him. Yes, but he was thought of as being a potential top 10 pick. So could he be that guy? Yeah. I know nothing about anybody named Schaefer. If they're going to get him, it would be later in the round. They're not picking a D with their first overall pick or their first pick next season or next draft, I should say. Eric, another negative comment. We need all positions. That's not really true. They're developing. It's a rebuild. We need more veterans in a rebuild. We need more veterans. Hey, Bruce. Games like this show that we're still in a rebuild developing our players. Yeah, 100%. And listen, the Bruins are pumped for this game. I'm a little disappointed that the Habs aren't as pumped up for this game. Here, this is from Brian Wild. The rebuild needs to add a star center who is the equal to and perhaps even better than Nick Suzuki. Historically, Cup champions have a top two combination at center that meets a certain standard, and we're not there yet. And does not look like Kirby Dach meets that standard. Bruce, second game of back-to-backs. I mean, that's depending on the team. Montreal doesn't usually do well in second game back-to-backs. They did earlier this week, but in general, they don't. Yeah, Aiken, I don't agree with you in this case. That's number one. I don't agree with you, especially when so many people shit on the Habs for drafting a D when they did instead of drafting Michkov. You can't come in here and fucking tell me, oh, well, they should draft a D if that's the best player available. Fuck off. You know how much crap I read and people said to me about that makes me mad to hear that kind of a comment, man. I want to see them pick a fucking D at number 5 or 4 or 3, and you guys not fucking go crazy. I'd like to see that. I'd pay fucking big money to see that. I think Devin Demidov is going to be on the team next year. Yeah. I doubt they're going to bring him in. Well, he's coming in. He's coming over anyway. I doubt they send him down to Laval. I think he's going to be good enough to make this team. You guys can talk about draft picks all you want. I'm not up on the draft picks that are, I say it all the time. I don't check into that till later. So putting them all here, it doesn't mean anything to me. Aiken, you're one person, but when you group people together, then it's so many people. Okay? I'm upset by that because of all the crap I took supporting Reinbacher and heard the D, they picked a D, and now you want to say, hey, they might pick a D and you're for it? Well, how do you take back all that crap I took then? You don't. Again, Aiken, I guess it goes in your ear, comes out the other, and you don't fucking understand me. But that's fine. I don't expect you to. I don't expect you to. It's like you guys think I forget about your comments because it was last year or last month. You think I forget everything? I really do think you guys just think I forget everything once the stream's over. I don't. Joe, I was hoping for Leonard that year too. I wasn't into getting Reinbacher. I wasn't, but I do my research after, you know. Leonard would have been a great pick. I still would have liked them to pick Leonard. If they would have, I'd have been happy. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be, whatever about Reinbacher. I support that. Besides, Reinbacher was a good pick. In hindsight, and you can see what Michkov is doing now, you can make an argument that they should have picked Michkov. Sure, you can make that argument now, but you still kind of have to wait and see what Reinbacher is going to do. You know? And believe me, if Reinbacher hits and then he's garbage, if that's what happens, I'd be the first one to say I was wrong. But he's got to hit, and we got to see what we got there. Second period just started. Shots are 7-11. Or doubles. I think my lighter's dying. Biel, it's not unlikely that, that's not the right word. Habs could get the number one pick. We don't know. I'm not saying they're going to finish right on the bottom, but draft lottery. Aiken, I know you don't like to be criticized. I know you can't handle it, but I'm not criticizing you alone. I'm criticizing a group. You just happen to set it off. That's all. Don't take it personally like that. Learn how to take. No, we're going to get scored on. For nothing. I called that before it happened. I don't even know how the play started. I was looking there. Oh, shit. What a weird way that he got set free like that. Pull Primo now. Now it's time to pull Primo. They fucking needed a save. One thing I agree with Gary Galley on. They needed a save there, and they didn't get it. You know what? Anyway, game's over. Pulling Primo, what's it going to do? Are they going to come back from 4-0? I doubt that. What a disappointing result this early in the game. Born to be a Hab. There's a lot of time left. I don't know that they're going to get a shutout here, but a little early to call that. And unfortunately, we can't jinx their goalie that way, so. Joe, you talk about Reinbacher? It took me about 5 minutes. I had read about him a little bit, so I knew what he was and who he was. I adjusted. Aiken, we've been through this before a few times, you and I. Leave it. Just leave it alone. I understood when I read things, I tend to understand what I'm reading. I don't know if you know that, but Now, Aiken, I don't know if you realize it, but you're whining now. People realize that you're sitting there and whining. But Rick, he's mad at me. I don't know why. I didn't mean it. Stop it. Thank you, Bruce. We've been through this earlier in the show. Let's not get into that again. BL, 100%. I knew that they'd be up for this game. I said it. When the show started. No, the thing I'm saying is, why isn't Montreal up for this game the same way? Big rival. This should be a huge game for Montreal. Now, they played yesterday. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it's not a really good excuse anymore. No, let's not do this again, everybody, with the Expos players, please. Let's not. Come on, boys. It's not too late if you get a fucking goal right now. Didn't work. It's okay, Bruce. Don't worry. I didn't lie about what you said, dude. I didn't lie about it. So, sorry. Yeah, Eric, I mean, it's possible. Just playing yesterday, probably, they're not, Habs are traditionally haven't been, I don't know since when they've been doing all these back-to-backs. I can't remember. But they're not great in the second game of back-to-backs. So I thought since they won the one on Wednesday, didn't they? Did they win on Wednesday? I can't even remember now. Yeah, Columbus. I thought, maybe this year might be different, but it doesn't seem to be. Man, they're out hitting us like crazy. They're just beating us at everything. At least the refs aren't affecting this game as much as yesterday. Well, Primo made 2 saves. Good chance there by Suzuki. Shot it wide, I think. Scores! Montreal. Boom. Okay, the comeback is happening. Well, at least we got one. No shutout. Told you no shutout. I didn't see how that went in, though, but it went in. Caulfield got it? Caulfield. Nice play by Jackeye, though. He made the right choice. Oh, yeah. It goes in off Caulfield and over his hip. It goes over, hits him in the hip on the far side and goes in. Just need 3 more to tie it up. Yeah, good play there by Jackeye. He made the right decision to pinch in and then make the play he made. Hey, Lucas. Well, at least it's a start to get a goal. Let's see. Maybe they can chip back at this lead. Guarantee this, and I said this before, they can't give up another goal. They give up another goal, I don't see how they come back. Caulfield Hattie would be awesome, and that was Caulfield's 15th, by the way. That's not bad. What, 15 in how many have we played? I don't know how many have we played? 24. This is 24. Not bad. What does that put him at? Oh, he's on pace still for 50. That's not bad. Caulfield's still on pace for between 45 and 50. I can't figure out the exact number right now. But he's on pace still for that 40. And good to see that excuse me, he hasn't slowed down really. You know, that his scoring wasn't just the beginning of the season and then nothing. Was he on pace for 50? Well, think of it now. I'm gonna work it out. 72. If it was a 72 game season, it would be 45. So that leaves another 10 games. And he'd be getting, you're right. He's I don't know if before the game, but anyways, now he's about 51 on pace for about 51 goals. And JFed, there's going to be a few players that rise up, and a couple of the ones that are there drop back. That's what happens as we approach the draft. It's one of the reasons I don't really look into it too much till we get closer, and even when I know more where Montreal's going to pick. God damn it, that was close. Puck drops right in front of Marchand, right in front of Primo. Nobody around him. Can you believe that? Jesus. Come on, boys. Let's get another one. Just like the other one. Hey, Sloppy Pickle. Man, it's been a long time. Good to see you out there. Is there a shot going into the third period if we're down 4-2? Of course, there's still a shot. Got to chip away at that lead. That's all they can do. Give up nothing else and chip away at the lead. Let's hope there's a Sunday Boston collapse happening. That's another point too. Boston's had trouble this year, so it's there's a chance that they collapse and give up a few. If you ask me, what happened there was Montreal's defense collapsed in the first for that period, that little period where they got the 3 goals. So because right now it doesn't look like they don't look like they're dominating us anymore. Let's put it that way. He looks shaky a bit, I have to admit. Yeah. I know I'm shaky as they come in on that. I'm like, oh no. We're over a halfway point of the second, by the way. Shots are 16-11 for them, 4-1 Boston. Commercial break, by the way. I gotta just send a message. Now, Eric, I would be surprised if Demidov goes down when he gets here. I mean, look how Michkov's doing in Philly, and I mean, he doesn't have a ton of support there. I think Demidov will be fine here. I like this St. Louis. I love their game, but I'm not talking about the refs. Oh, these guys are bending over backwards to try to come up with something nice to say about the refs, you fucking doofs. Can't say it outright, can you? Kastelik and Jacky are going to go. Nah, the refs won't let them. They won't let Jacky fight. Yeah, Kastelik, you goddamn asshole. He'd have thrown you all over the fucking ice. I would have loved to see that. Would have loved to see that. Yeah. Let them go. I'd love to see it. So they threw them out of the game. Well, out of the period. 10-minute misconduct for that. Really? Wow. The refs are going to go the other way from yesterday now. Fucking refs, man. So Boston gets a power play. That makes sense. Hudson for tripping or some shit. Refs had to get themselves in there and go, hey, we're here too. We want to be the stars. Fuck. 2-on-1. Oh, what a play by Savard. What a play by Savard. They're saying Jack, I got the goal now. Yeah, but their power play sucked, Boston. So born to be a Hab, since they got in bed with gambling, I think they are they're trying to fix the games as much as they can. They don't fix games, but the refs try to push the game the way they want it with the bad calls and stuff like that. That's what I see happening. Who's the favorite team? Bruins have to be the favorite here, right? Gambling wise, they're the favorite. They want them to win. Why? Because the payout for them is less. They make more money that way. They have to pay out less. What do you think it's all about? That's what they've turned our NHL into. Come on, Evans. Come on. Ugh, that would have been great. It's the NHL telling them, I believe that. They're directing them to do this shit. So no bribes. The NHL is telling them to do it. Oof, that was close. Power play over. That was close there. It'd be nice if we get another goal before the end of the period. 6:45 left in the period, by the way. It would be great if we can get another goal before the period ends. That's a good question, Bill. I mean, kind of invested in it, don't you think? I don't think they're doing it just on their own. And it's consistent through all the refs, all the games. And that's where I think some independent sports reporter should dig into that. Do the research and see if I'm right. Because I believe I'm right. Every time I see the refs like that, it's because it's the favorite that they're whatever for, or have the word. So always, oh well, that's the favorite in the game. Makes sense. I'm not a journalist, so I have no idea how to do that. But I'd do the story if I was a journalist. But it can't be from a mainstream kind of thing because they won't be allowed to do it. Eric, yeah, they've been playing a little better, but still need to see something to show for it. Well, but Brad, I mean, he's been making saves. They didn't score since then, so well, they had one, but he's been better. I still don't have a lot of confidence in him right now, but that was offside, Doc. Jeez. Yeah, they need to get a goal. Yeah. Five minutes left here in a second. At least it calmed down a little bit that way. So almost got it's getting a little boring here. Almost. Not really, actually. There were some exciting things. Wow, Swayman's never lost in regulation against Montreal. He's 8-0-1 against us. Doesn't bode well for the rest of the game. Ah. Fucking Swayman. Nice hit by Savard. Good stuff. That's what they need to do more of. I'm not answering with you when you call him that. Fuck you then. Fucking Bruins. It was the same thing Kastelic got. That's what it was. You know Kastelic, the chicken shit there? You know who he is. Oh, fight, fight! Of course, Montreal's going to come out with an extra penalty here. Of course, he's a chicken shit. Actually, you're right. I shouldn't have said that, but Kastelic would have got thrown all over the ice, like the last time they fought. So you're right. Chicken shit was the wrong word because he did get in there. He would have lost though. So why did this thing just start? You too. Keep your goon in your pocket. But Jack Eye scored, so not much of a goon. Scored. I think they gave it to Jack Eye. Man, after this game, our partnership's going to be in a shambles, man. I just whistled. Our partnership's going to be in a shambles, Cam. It's all in good fun. 1.7 seconds left in the period. Shots are 20-20. Score is 4-1, though. No. Oh, no. Chat's been pretty active. More me and the chat arguing. It was only me, by the way, that was all braggarty and stuff, not everybody in the chat. Don't argue with the chat? Oh, it depends. Friends argue, you know. Friends don't always go, oh, yeah, whatever you said, I agree with. That's not what friends do. If someone wants to say something dumb to me, I'm going to freaking call it out. All right, we got an intermission. Anybody else want to be called out? No, just joking. I'd rather not argue with the chat, but Sorry. Gotta stand up for myself. All right, we got an intermission. What happens in the third? Man, we're still down 3. I don't like going into the third down 3. No. But I would like them to score 3 goals so I can make these guys quiet. And then I can walk into the next time we get together for a show with my head held up high. But it won't happen. Scorchy, I'm only going to ask this first. Have you watched the game? Cameron, that's happened many times. And you know what? In a way, at this point, I'd hope at least we get another 2 goals. That'd be great. Was it Primo's fault? I would say no. The defense collapsed in front of him. So of the 4 goals, I would say I don't think I blame him on 3 of them. And I'm not even sure about the 4th one. But no, I'm not going to pin this on Primo. This is the defense collapsed in the first for like 5 minutes where they scored 3 goals. Oh, you're making me hungry now there, Joe. Yeah, no, listen, I hope the third period is their best and they come out strong and at least get close. But the good thing is, I mean, they stopped the bleeding of the scoring, so at least that. But did they dig too big a hole? I don't know. No, Cam, you guys had like a 5-minute period in the first where we collapsed and you scored. The rest of the time, this has been an even game. Don't try to tell me that one of the teams looks good. Because if it was your team, then Canadiens look just as good. My opinion. So, you know. Well, I know 2 of the other 3 afterwards, their wealth is health. I mean, you can't blame Primo there. So maybe that first one, I can't remember it, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're right. The first one, that was on him. But I don't know about the other 3. So, and maybe that last one, the 4th one, it's yeah, you might get people, like I might say that might be on him a little bit. But so, you know, Primo could be better. But what else is new? Look at his numbers. I don't deny, like what Cam's saying there. I don't know that Primo's gonna be. He's still young, but I don't know. I don't agree with him on Monty. I'm not saying Monty is the greatest goalie in the league, but I don't agree with him on Monty. Elio, I hope you're right. Let's hope for a good third period. Okay, well, you know what they say, right? Cam, Americans don't know shit about hockey, if you're going to say that. Look at the game. For 5 minutes, you guys were way better than us. The rest of the game's been pretty even. And I know you agree with that. I know you better than that. But the trash talking is fun. I don't mind. I can take it as much as I can give it out. Well, Cam, I just said that. You're right about Primo. I don't agree with you on Monty. I just don't. Primo, I mean, obviously hasn't impressed anybody in any games this year. Monty's been good in a bunch of games this year. And the defense sucks in front of him a lot of times. So no, exactly. No. Well, at this point, yeah, but numbers aren't everything, Cam. Right? The goals against, that's more of a team thing. His save percentage could be better, but if you want to, you can cherry pick it and look at the good games he's had and the bad games. In the good games he's had, and he's had not just one or two, his numbers are amazing. And the bad games, but I mean the defense in front of him. Monty's legit NHL. Primo, nah, not so much. Devin, 100%. Third period's a lot of hockey left. Boston, you want to look at their record all year. Doesn't bode well for that Montreal can't come back, right? And that they won't collapse at some point in the third. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but there's a chance there. Now, at this point, listen, the play has been mostly even. If if we get a break or two here, we might come back. You never know. Oh, that's another thing, right, Cam? I forgot about that one. The Bruins have the second worst goal differential in the third. So is there a chance in the third for Montreal? There sure is. Will they do it? That's we don't know. But there's a chance, yeah. Let's hope for it. Let's hope for it. If you're listening to them it's actually Rick Bonus, and he's saying, listen, Primo's done what he, besides he gave up some goals, but the rest of the way, he's done what he's got to do. And he's battling. So I don't know. For me, I'm a little shaky watching him, but so far he stopped the bleeding. And if he can continue to stop the bleeding and not give up any more goals, there's a chance that Montreal can come back here. Arbor's been playing better, yeah. I just hope I think there's going to be a fight there between Arbor and Kastelik in the third. So I hope they let it happen. It needs to happen. By them not letting that happen, they don't give Arbor the chance to give Montreal that boost that he's trying to give them, and that every other freaking team gets a chance to do. Not for Jack Guy, though. Anyway, we'll see how the third goes. There's a chance here in the third for Montreal. That's what I want. There's also a chance they're going to totally cream us. Yeah, honestly though, today I'm going to be surprised if Boston collapses in the third. And the reason for that is not because they turned the corner. With all those legends there and everything in the big event and all that, I mean, these guys have to perform tonight. And I got to think, with what I just said, with all those legends there, yeah, they're going to lift their game. It's not really showing yet, but I mean, they're up 4-1, so that's what matters. With Caden, I mean, there's been a lot of games where he just looked good last season. This season, no, nothing like that. You're right. Last season, I thought he turned the corner. This season, I don't know what happened. He's back to that kind of you gotta pray for him, So I just hope I just hope he shuts the door the rest of the way. Because Montreal cannot give up another goal. If that happens, they get a fifth goal, put a fork in the Habs, they're done. That's all I can say. I'm disappointed, though. I really would have liked this game to be much closer, going into the third at least. Oh, wait. So you're saying our 100th year? I don't remember the game. Was against the Bruins? I don't remember that. So, and we beat them 5-1. They're going to try to do that to us. 100% they're going to try. And it might work out that way. You never know, right? I certainly hope it doesn't. I mean, I kind of don't remember the game, but I'm sure I watched it. I don't really remember it. I might have been working that night and didn't see it. I can guarantee you this: they talked about that game. Obviously, I'm sure they did. So yeah, they might be looking at that and saying that's what we want to do. And our team sucks enough right now that they're going to be going, oh well, we'll give that to you. So 15 years ago, so it was 2009. 2009. That was the year we brought in Gomez and Giunta and those guys, right? All right, so Cam is right. Everybody's really quiet now. Is it because of my outbreak before? I'm sorry. Still same amount of people here. My outburst, not outbreak. That was a weird season. They brought in so many new faces that I remember the first half of that season. I didn't feel like it was my Habs. I felt it's hard to describe. I don't know. It didn't feel like the Habs. Too many new faces like from outside the team coming in. Yeah, Brad, outbreak was the wrong word. Yeah, that was a bad deal in the long right. That was a horrible deal. Listen, Bob Gainey was a great Montreal Canadian and a great captain, but he wasn't really a good GM. Brad, you talking about the playoffs that year? Yeah, I'm correct? They had a decent playoff that year. Um, Kovalev wasn't around there yet, was he? Oh no, he had to been. He was. You're right. Didn't he leave that year? No, Kovalev left that season. Didn't he sign with Senators? And didn't re-sign Koivu, and he went to Anaheim. But if I'm correct, Kovalev went to the Senators. We were talking about Halak in yesterday's game. No, not Halak. I'm sorry. That was the year Halak in the playoffs, right? Yeah, that was a good run. That was a good run. That was a good playoffs. But Montreal made the right choice in keeping Price. So. Although you could say if they kept Halak, who was good and he had a great career, maybe they'd have been able to bring in other players and we might have actually won something. I don't know. But I was a Price guy. I was keeping Price over Halak. It's just like that was the year Subban came in. That wasn't the year Subban came in, was it? That was the year they drafted Subban. No, no, might not have been. Playoffs are like that, Lucas. But it was a good run. I mean, I don't think that was a great Habs team. If you ask me, back then, I mean, Halak was the guy that kept them going, right? From what I remember, but it wasn't a great Habs team. Yeah, Kovalev was gone then. He went to he signed with the Senators. That he now says it was a mistake by him. He should have stayed. Oh, so he signed with the Senators the year before, says JFed. So I didn't realize that. You know, odd thing, Camilleri, I don't know. He was not a player I really liked. I don't know why. It's not definitely wasn't my favorite Hab ever. That's for sure. I think you're talking about the year Carbo coached. Alex Tanguay was here for just one season. They tried to get Tanguay for years. They finally got him. He stayed for one season. Remember Robert Lang? He didn't do much here. So it was for that season that he did sign. So I was right. He signed in Ottawa instead of staying here. Is it 5-1? Ah, fuck. It's the game over. So much for our plan for this game. Here it comes. We steal the puck. And boom. That's it. That one is on Primo. That one's on Primo. Sorry. I don't know who I'm sorry to. Freaking Canadian. I'm always sorry. Yeah, well, so much for a comeback. That's not going to happen. Yep, they're going to do us 5-1. At least I hope it's only going to be 5-1 now. They're showing a Habs fan in the stands. He don't look fucking happy. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Good night, Irene is right. How's the ice? It's not helping us. Here comes the Sticks goal. Oh, I thought Pasta was going to get one there. Good play by Struble. I don't know why he didn't pull Primo here, but I don't know. Doesn't matter at this point. They're not coming back 5-1. I didn't read the story you wrote. What? An hour ago, I'm here doing the game. How am I going to read a story? And if you put it in here, I didn't see that at all. JFed, no, it's bad hockey. It's not only Primo's fault, but on that goal, I mean, come on. He should have. I don't know. I blame him there for the goal, not for what led to the goal. Give me a sec. Oh, did I miss it then? Sorry, Paul. Heineman with a goal, so we get one back. A little too late, though. I mean, they still got 3 goals to come back. It's a little too much for me. Let's see. Nice shot. He's got a hell of a shot, Heineman. I can tell you that. He one-time that, man. Nice shot. Turning out to be a good trade to get him. He's paying off. I can see Heineman being a bottom 6 guy here for a while. Well, at least we didn't give him the 5-1. If Primo could make one more save, Montreal. Sometimes you do make me laugh, Brad. Evans and Hudson with the assist. Hudson gets another assist, his 14th. I really thought Hudson was going to get one today. We're almost 4 minutes into this third. Man, Galley never gives up. 4 minutes into the third now. Shots are 22-21, by the way. It's 5-2 for the other team. Man, we need somebody to step up here. We need a line that's just step up and have a great 5 minutes. Doc got clipped in the face. So high stick, no call. Barnaby had first Habs goal now back to Caulfield. Still, good play by Jack Eye there. I mean, that was a good play. Bob Gainey was not the greatest GM. Sorry to say. He signed those guys, the guys that he brought in. So he made those decisions. He made the decision on Koivu to let him go. Couldn't sign Kovalev. Then brought in of all the guys. I liked Spacek the best, to be honest with you. Come on. They're trying. They're pushing for a goal. Whether they get it or not, I don't know. Okay, it's just that the Josh Georges trade. I love Josh Georges. He did not know about the Nick Suzuki, so come on. I'm just saying, overall, I thought Bob Gainey was not a great GM. Oh, how they didn't score there. Wow. Come on. Scores, Caulfield! Second goal of the game, 16th of the season. Well, we're not there yet for a comeback, but maybe there's time for it. And Boston is horrible in the third, goal differential wise. Maybe. Nice. Through the 5-hole. Dribbled through, but got through. Nice. Always looks up to the rafters after he scores. Gives Johnny Hockey a thank you. Momentum on your side, boys. Go get another one. Make the Bruins sweat this one. Yikes. Oh, he stopped it. Oh, I thought that was going to go in for sure. Primo making some saves. Primo again makes the save. One more and we're back in it anyway. We're back in it now, but one more would really get back in it. Cam just said in our chat, he swears to God, if they can't win this game, he's burning his jersey. So, point being, even the Boston fans, they're not confident here now. I love that. At least Montreal's made that happen, made him start to question. At least I got that. Hey, William. 12 minutes. They can get another goal. Yeah, JFed, I know that. I'm still gonna. You can make all your points. I'm still gonna say what I say. And granted, that was a good pick because when he picked it, a lot of people did not want that to be a goalie at the 5th overall pick. So, okay, I'll give you that. That was a good one on him. Wow, it's Caulfield's 11th goal this season on the road. He's got 30% of their scoring. That's crazy. On the road scoring. No doubt, Caulfield is hot this year. Primo with another one. Suzuki with the assist on the Caulfield goal. Nice passing going on with Montreal. Ooh. That was a nice drop pass by Suzuki. Too bad the shot hit a Bruin. All right, Montreal on the power play. Let's go, Habs. What a dumb move by Marchand. That's just stupid. It's just like I didn't mention anything about Réjean Houle or Pierre Gauthier was horrible. But I didn't say Bob Gainey was like the worst GM, did I? I said he wasn't a very good one. That's what I said. No, I don't think the worst was Andre Savard. Gauthier, Pierre Gauthier was the worst. Actually, the worst was the one after Scotty Bowman. I can't remember his name now. This guy that got tossed out of the Hall of Fame and everything for doing stupid shit with Alan Eagleson. They got to check that. That might have gone inside the bar. I thought that went in too. Galley said the same thing. Nah, it didn't. Fuck. No, it hit the bar. I thought it tucked in the corner. That was close, man. Come on, let's get one here, guys. Ah. But okay, she's like, you may be right, but that's like so long ago. It's a different, totally different era. The Habs were not a good team until the 50s. They weren't a great team until the 50s. Forty-five seconds left in this power play. Let's go, boys. Kelly was just jamming at that puck, trying to push it through his legs. Wow, he almost put it through the legs, Galley. Oh, I thought he touched it. Oh, okay. He didn't. I thought he had touched it and redirected it almost through the legs. A combination top corner. But Primo's been good since giving up all those goals in the first. He's been really in the third. He's been really good. Ah. Obviously, the penalty's over. 7:45 to go. They've got the time. Can they do it, though? Good keep by Hudson. Kept it in. To no avail. Canadiens go. Fucking penalty for the Habs. Where's the hold? Oh, Hudson. Yeah, he lost his stick got knocked out of his hands. Damn it. Oh, that screws things up. Joe, the power play actually had some really good looks. It did. Oops, almost dropped that. Jack, they wouldn't let him fight. They literally, the refs wouldn't let him fight. So it wasn't a real fight because he would have thrown Kastelik all over the place. Laine will fix the power play, but it might take a few games. Give Laine, you got to be realistic about Laine when he comes back. Give him a few games to get that rust off. He hasn't played a game in almost a year. It's like literally almost a year. A week and a half, and it'd be a year. When I say they didn't let him fight, it was the refs that didn't let him fight. The refs desperately didn't let him fight. But he wanted to, and he almost. I mean, it was close. There was some twice that he, but they wouldn't let him. Paul, what cups did Laine win? Winnipeg and Columbus have not won a cup. We did. I didn't understand you either. I should be watching the game, eh? Bruins on the power play. Thirty seconds now on the on that power play left. Five seconds left on the power play. Almost out of it. Yeah, there was a long. The game started at 4:15, not at 3. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know how Hudson got a shot on net there. He did, though. Can't believe that. Commercial break. Just like no, he was not claimed. Yeah, you don't see those anymore. Wanting to be a Hab, you'll never see those anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's better that we don't have those bench clearing brawls. A little random there, Paul. Fern Flamen. That's he's really that goes back a way, no? Jack guy punched Catholic in the back of the head. No penalty, so that's pretty good. Oh, they're running out of time. I doubt they can come back. They're really running out of time here now. 3 minutes left. Nice pass by Suzuki without a stick. Cole has 2 tonight, yeah. Primo out of the net. Come on, guys. Get the fucking puck, man. Finally. They get an empty netter. Hasn't happened yet. I mean, I'm not surprised. And here it comes. So game over there. I mean, listen, at least they gave it a shot in the third. Too bad. I would have liked to have something to crow over those guys about it. But I don't get that. Honestly, didn't think Montreal would win here. I was hoping. I gotta say at this point, yeah, I'm not. I'm leaning towards Primo is not gonna. He's not gonna get it, but he is a goalie, and you never know. Goalies sometimes just take a little longer. Last minute. Well, we're almost 7. At 8:00, I gotta go direct the Boston Bruins podcast of ours. So that's interesting. I should screw them up there, eh? Yeah, at 8:00, I have to direct the Bruins podcast. How's Laval? I don't follow Laval that much. I think they're doing well. Where's the cast? What do you mean by that? You're talking about the podcast. Okay. You'll find it on our other channel, Don't Puck with Media. Link is in the description of this. It'll be there tomorrow. We post it tomorrow. Oh shit! And I got to put up the Flyers podcast today. I don't think I have time. Yeah, we do a Flyers, Bruins, an NHL general podcast on that channel, and on here we have a Habs podcast called Hab Normals, and that's out every Thursday. In general, sometimes it's different. Anyway, they just beat us, and that's it. Game over. Game over. That's it. That's all. Boston beat us 6-3. Not a shocker, but just disappointed. When you think about it, in the first, if that defense of ours didn't collapse, maybe this is not like maybe we go to overtime and it's 3-3. You never know. So anyway, that's it. All right, listen, I can't stay long because like I gotta go walk the dog. I gotta get ready for the podcast. Yeah, listen, thanks everybody for being here again. And I'm doing this a lot lately. If I spoke inappropriately to anybody today, I apologize. It's in the heat of the moment and all the emotions. I do apologize. Derek Cam, hey, what are you doing here? I'll see you in the podcast tonight, dude. Anyways, before we get any more of their comments, I'm taking off. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Be back on Tuesday. We're at home to the Islanders. Patrick Laine making his debut. It's supposed to be. So hopefully you guys will join me for that. Till then, stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And have a good one. Go Habs, go, and Bruins suck. Ciao, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please share this video.